Welcome back, everybody. So today I'm really excited about using a bait from Japan. I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce that, but a very, very unique lure. So we're going to pop this guy open and fish with it all day. Hopefully we catch some fish. Again, remember, we are still doing our giveaway series, so stay to the end of the video to hear more about that. But let's get into this guy. So this is what she looks like. It's basically a crawler that's in the shape and color scheme of a strawberry with an underspin. Japan comes up with some of the wildest stuff, but we're going to go ahead and throw this around. We're going to throw it around the mini ponds. Again, I don't like to throw expensive lures in lakes that have tons of pike because I want the opportunity to actually catch a couple fish. But we're going to throw it here and then end up going to some lakes that hopefully have a little bit bigger fish. But let's catch a couple on it first. All right, so this is a wild bait. It's got everything under the sun. So got a rattle on it. It's got the underspin, which when it starts walking or crawling, it's going to be slapping, I assume, the metal part of this lip, which is going to create even more noise. And yeah, they come up with some of the most interesting stuff over in Japan. I don't know what this slot is on the top. That might be where you can put some sort of scent or something like that to have even more to this lure. But let's go ahead and see how she crawls. Yep, she's loud. So you can hear the rattle in there, and then you can hear the little ting of that underspin, and I assume it's probably hitting that lip. So, which is nice that it's metal. Obviously it creates a little bit of noise, but it won't get eaten up if it was, you know, made out of plastic or something like that, or shouldn't get eaten up as quick. So let's start chucking this guy around and see if we can't get into a couple fish before we move to a different lake that might have a little bit bigger fish. And again, it'll have the opportunity to have pike and lose it, but I want to catch at least a couple bass on this first. Oh, that was wild. That was such an aggressive bite. He missed it. That was neat. I knew it wouldn't take long. There's only a set of double hooks similar to like a frog on the back, and they don't have barbs. So I don't know if them biting on potentially the lip, if that might potentially prevent some of those fish from getting hooked. But that was neat. That was a neat first bite. Oh, here's the second one. Come on now. These are just little guys. I think they're just trying to pop it and can't get the whole thing in their mouth. It's kind of a big bait, especially when you have the lips that don't collapse or anything like that. Might be a little difficult for these fish to get into. Oh, got that one. I was gonna say, if we missed 3 in a row, we were just gonna go to another pond. That one got it. Oh, no. Oh, I'm afraid of that with these little fish and these hooks that don't have a barb. No. Well, it is possible for them to get it. So we'll stick here for just a little bit longer and then probably end up going to another pond a little earlier than I anticipated. All right, we are back out throwing our little strawberry lure. We can't do as bad as we did the other day. I think we had 3 bites, hooked up with 1 and lost it. So can't do much worse than that. So it looks like we have some water flow, which typically is a good thing. We did have a bit of a rain, so hopefully those fish are a little bit more apt into biting. But let's get after it and see if we can't make it official with our first fish on the strawberry lure. Oh, got one. Stay on, buddy. We're fighting all the current now. So what I've been doing with this, because there is so much current, I hope to get this one, is I've just been casting out as far as I can and then just letting it drift, because it's taking it perfectly back this little creek or canal, much further than I can cast it. So, oh no. And again, we don't have any barbs on this guy. So, is he hung up in something? So I hope she doesn't come undone. This is, again, oh, there it is. It's not a big one, but just in the current, it just feels so much bigger. Come on, buddy. That's not a bad one. On the, oh, just popped off. On the strawberry. Probably a little pound and a half. Crazy. That's awesome. It worked out just how I had hoped. So yeah, just to be able to cover so much more area, and because the water is moving at such a quick clip, I barely have to reel it at all before it starts to crawl, and it gives those fish a lot longer of an opportunity to grab that bait, and that's exactly what happened there. So essentially, we've just been casting her out there, and that's about as far as we can cast. I don't know, that's probably close to 30 yards, something like that, and then just letting it drift another 15 back there, and that's, you're able to see so many more fish. And that's how we got that one. Let's see if we can't do it a couple more times. Oh, got one. That was a neat little bite. Oh, I was gonna say don't lose it. Ah, it's been, what? It took my hook. That hook came undone. I didn't lose it at all. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know. I mean, I can definitely buy a frog hook or something like that, but I mean, I'm sure I can get a little bit of leverage on it, but that's crazy. I ended up putting a leader on because it's been so rough trying to fish topwater. I was, might as well have given myself every shot to catch a fish. So we ended up going and fishing some lakes that have pike on them and stuff. So, but I would have never guessed that we would have lost the hook. Well, I guess that's probably it for this lure. We're gonna have to go fish some other stuff, I guess. Huh. It's a quick way to lose it. Well, we'll keep fishing. That was a bite, and we've got another 15-20 minutes of good fishing before dusk. But all right, well, we'll have to order a replacement hook. It probably won't be a Japanese one. It'll probably be from America, and probably wonder why they don't put a swivel on that. Well, interesting. Huh. Well, we'll keep fishing. See if we can't catch something else. Got him. This is when I wish we still had the strawberry lure functional. Ugh. And this is gonna be, there we go. That wasn't too bad, just a little guy. I'm sure they're gonna absolutely light this thing up the one time we don't have our bait. Got him. That easy. Might be the last one for tonight. Mosquitoes are getting quite bad. Oh no. Nope. That is something we did not really have to worry about with the strawberry. No barbs, only 2 hooks. Much safer. Alright, we'll see if we can't catch one more, and then we will most certainly be back out another day. Unfortunately, not with our strawberry, because we probably won't be able to get a set of hooks for that guy fast enough. Alright, because we are not a quitter on this channel, we ended up switching out that hook. Well, we lost the hook. But we switched it out with a feathered treble. So if this bait didn't have enough going on for it, it's got one more thing. We did add a split ring, so in case of any fish getting any sort of leverage, which I assume is how that hook popped off, either that or it broke. I don't assume that happened, but it'll give it a little bit more play. So that shouldn't happen again. But let's go ahead and start casting this around and see if we can't catch a few more fish on it. Got one. He came out of the grass after it, and I assume we're gonna do much better with keeping these fish hooked up. Is that a little bit better of one? Oh, it's a pike. No wonder. And that is exactly why we threw on. Don't freak out. That's a little guy. Threw on the leader. Behaving very well. That's a little guy. I don't know, maybe 18 inches. Maybe 20 if we're lucky. Well, there we go. Let him go. Look at that. It doesn't look too scuffed up. I didn't have as much of an issue putting on a new treble and I guess putting this out for pike after we already lost its original hook. It was no longer in pristine condition, but held up to that one. We got a little bit of a scuff, but I think that was actually there beforehand. So it was our first one. It only took, I don't know, 15 minutes, not even. Oh man, it had been so long since I had a bite. That fish exploded after and missed it. So we can't get him to bite again. What a wildly disappointing end to a otherwise promising start. But we did not catch a 4-pounder again, so let's go home, talk about our little strawberry lure, and then throw another lure in the box. All right, we made it back home after fishing with the strawberry lure. Even though we added this absolutely gorgeous looking feathered treble to give it even more action and everything you could possibly imagine, we didn't really end up with any more fish. I love Japanese lures and just how unique they are, regardless whether they work or not. I personally think that we're trying to force feed these fish some top water, and it just isn't happening. We had the few bites tonight and ended up catching the one pike, but beyond that, I think I saw maybe one fish, 2 fish at most splash on the entire lake. So they clearly aren't eating top water, no matter how much I want them still to do it. So I think our next video will most certainly be a lure that is not topwater, to see truly if it's just fishing or if it's the lure that we're choosing. But nevertheless, with regards to our little strawberry lure, again, awesome looking little thing. Again, it works really, really well. It was incredibly loud with between the rattle that it's got and that blade tinging on that lip. You could hear it from so far away. We never used any of the scent, which I assume that's what that's for, in there. But I don't think it honestly would have mattered that much regardless. But pretty neat lure nonetheless. Kind of disappointed that we ended up losing that hook. That was kind of wild, but neat lure nonetheless. And we'll definitely buy some more Japanese lures because they just have things that you've never seen in America. But that being said, we did not catch a 4-pounder. And if you're new to the channel, we are doing a giveaway in a series format. So from when we started all the way up until December 1st, every video that we do not catch a 4-pounder, we put a lure inside this box. And whether we catch a 4-pounder or December 1st comes, whichever happens first, that's when we'll be doing the giveaway. So make sure to follow along to not only see what we're throwing in the box, which is getting quite large and quite expensive, but when we end up giving it away. We'll be doing that over on Instagram, so make sure to follow me over there too, so you guys have the opportunity. And if there's anybody that you think wants the opportunity to be able to win this little box of lures, by all means, like, comment, share with any of those people, so as many people that can see it. But we didn't catch a 4-pounder, so I don't have any cool Japanese lures necessarily to throw in this box right now. So we're going to go with something a little fun. Probably not the most practical for this time of the year, but whoever's going to be getting it will get it in, fall or winter. So it'll be a next spring sort of deal. So we're going to put on a pretty decent sized glide bait. I love using glide baits a lot. They don't always catch a ton of fish by any means, but typically when they do get fish, they get good fish. And whether people are fishing in that area that they've got bass or pike, they'll definitely eat this. So we're gonna go ahead and throw that in the box of lures. Our box of lures, in all honesty, has to be pushing, I don't know, I haven't looked at it for a while, but it's got to be close to $80, $90, something like that, and growing. But yeah, as always, if you guys like the video, if you don't mind liking, and if you want to see more videos like it, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be greatly appreciated. So, until next one.